The things you do every single day might secretly be cutting years, maybe even a whole decade, off your life. It might sound hard to believe, but this is a reality that millions of people over the age of 70 are facing. It is not a serious illness. It is not a sudden stroke. It is the tiny, repeated habits, seemingly harmless, that quietly wear down your health and make old age feel more fragile than ever. There are people who seem to be in good shape, still sharp, still keeping a regular routine. But just a few years later, their bodies begin to fall apart. Memory declines. Moving becomes harder. Their mental well-being takes a steep dive. And the heartbreaking part is, all of this could have been prevented if only they had recognized the 5 common mistakes I am about to share with you. In this video, we are going to explore 5 everyday habits that seem harmless but are secretly shortening your lifespan. Alongside that, I will give you simple, easy-to-follow solutions to help you live healthier, live longer, and live with more meaning every single day. And stick around until the end of the video, because I will reveal a mental secret that could completely change the quality of your life, all through one small shift in your mindset. Before we dive in, drop a positive comment like, "I deserve to live a healthy life," as a personal commitment to yourself. And do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss any of the valuable content coming your way. Together, we are building a community of older adults who live with intention, live smart, and stay filled with positive energy. Let's get started. Bad habit. Number 1, sitting too much. Have you ever asked yourself how many hours a day you actually spend sitting? For many people over the age of 70, sitting seems to be the default. Sitting down for breakfast, sitting while reading the newspaper, sitting while watching TV, then sitting again to relax. A whole day can pass by, and you might not even realize that you barely stood up. This habit might seem harmless, but it is actually one of the silent culprits slowly damaging your heart health and cutting your life short day by day. When you sit for long periods of time, especially if you stay in the same position without moving, your blood flow starts to slow down. That forces your heart to work harder just to keep your circulation going, which puts extra pressure on your cardiovascular system. Over time, this can damage your blood vessels, raise the risk of blood clots, and in the worst cases, lead to heart attacks or strokes, 2 of the leading causes of death in older adults. And it does not stop at your heart. Sitting too much can trigger a chain reaction of long-term problems. You may start to feel sluggish, low energy, unmotivated. You might feel sleepy during the day, but struggle to fall asleep at night. Your metabolism slows down, which makes it easier to gain weight, harder to control blood sugar levels, and it can even affect your brain function. What is most concerning is that many people do not realize how dangerous this habit really is. Instead, they blame it on aging. The good news? The solution is incredibly simple, but it does take commitment. Start by setting a reminder every 30 to 45 minutes to stand up, stretch, walk around the house, or do a few light movements like rolling your neck, loosening your shoulders, or lifting your knees. When you are on the phone, walk while you talk instead of sitting down. If you like reading or using the computer, consider using a standing desk or changing your sitting position regularly. Build movement into your daily routines, whether it is washing dishes, sweeping the floor, or tending to your plants. It all helps fight back against the damage caused by sitting too long. Think of movement as a kind of vitamin for your heart and your longevity. A small dose, but one you need regularly. Bad habit number 2, not drinking enough water. Did you know that losing just 1 to 2% of the water in your body is enough to make you feel tired, unfocused, and mentally drained? The older we get, the weaker our sense of thirst becomes, and that causes many older adults to forget to drink water throughout the day. But your body does not forget. It still needs water to function properly, from digestion and circulation to detoxification and temperature control. When you do not drink enough water, every system in your body slows down. It is like running a machine with no oil. Over time, this speeds up the aging process, both on the outside and inside. The first sign might be dry skin that loses its elasticity along with early wrinkles. But the real danger happens inside your body. Your blood becomes thicker, forcing your heart to pump harder to circulate it. Your kidneys, the organs responsible for filtering your blood and removing toxins, become stressed, increasing your risk for kidney stones or even kidney failure. Without enough water, your digestive system slows down, which can lead to constipation and poor nutrient absorption. Even your brain is highly sensitive to dehydration. You might feel dizzy, forgetful, or mentally foggy, struggling with even simple everyday tasks. Sadly, most older adults only drink water when they feel thirsty. But here is the truth. If you are feeling thirsty, your body is already dehydrated. So what is the solution? Start with a clear water routine. Drink 1 glass after waking up, 1 glass before each meal, and 1 in the evening, plus several more spread out during the day to reach at least 6 to 8 glasses. Go for warm water when possible to avoid shocking your digestive system. And if you do not enjoy plain water, try infusing it with a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a few sprigs of mint for flavor. Keep a water bottle where you can see it in the house, or carry one with you when you go out. It is a gentle reminder to stay hydrated. Try to avoid drinks with caffeine, like strong coffee or tea, because they have a diuretic effect that makes your body lose water faster. And if you are taking diuretics or blood pressure medication, talk to your doctor about how much water you should be drinking. Remember, staying well hydrated does not just help you feel better day to day. It lays the foundation for preventing serious health problems in your heart, kidneys, and brain. Bad habit. Number 3, isolating yourself. There is something silent but incredibly dangerous that happens to many people after the age of 70. They start going out less, talking less, and slowly retreating into their own little world. At first, you might just feel tired. You want to rest after so many years of hard work. Then gradually, you start turning down social invites, avoiding parties, skipping church, or not picking up the phone. No one is pressuring you. You are not even feeling sad in any obvious way. But that silence becomes an emotional trap, and your spirit begins to slowly slip away. Loneliness does not always knock loudly, but it can quietly damage your soul. Now, living a quiet life can be a good thing if it is a conscious choice. But when that quiet turns into isolation, that is when the problems start. Without daily conversations, without laughter, shared meals, or just being around others, you might begin to feel disconnected and unsure of your purpose. Negative thoughts creep in. Feelings of uselessness or not being needed start to take over. And here is the dangerous part. It does not stop with your emotions. Multiple studies have shown that social isolation can actually weaken your immune system and even speed up cognitive decline, including conditions like Alzheimer's disease. People who live in long-term loneliness often have a shorter lifespan compared to those who stay socially engaged. That is not just an opinion. It is a scientific fact. The good news, you can turn this around, starting with the smallest steps. Try setting a weekly call with an old friend. Reach out with a message to your kids or grandkids. If your health allows, join community groups at your local senior centre, attend church gatherings, sign up for painting classes, cooking workshops, or Tai Chi. You do not need a big crowd. Just a few familiar faces are enough to keep your emotional world alive. If going out is difficult, try video calls. Seeing someone's face and sharing a story or two can make you feel much closer. Every conversation is like a mental vitamin. And here is the beautiful part. You do not have to wait for someone else to reach out. You can be the one to start. Keeping your spirit refreshed is the foundation of complete health, both physical and emotional. Bad habit number 4, ignoring muscle strength. There is a fact that very few people pay attention to. After the age of 70, we lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass every single year, unless we actively work to maintain it. And without enough strength in your legs and lower body, even the simplest tasks, standing up from a chair, stepping over a threshold, or balancing while getting dressed, can become surprisingly difficult. That feeling of helplessness slowly creeps into your daily life. You sit more, move less, and that leads to even weaker muscles. It is a vicious cycle with no easy way out. But the scariest part is not the weakness itself. It is when you lose the ability to care for yourself, becoming completely dependent on others. Muscle strength is not just about movement. It is the key to living independently. When your muscles are weak, your risk of falling goes way up. And at this age, one fall could change everything, leading to broken bones, being bedridden, pneumonia, or a long list of dangerous complications. What most people do not realize is that muscle also plays a crucial role in your metabolism. It helps regulate blood sugar, increases insulin sensitivity, and supports your immune system. The less muscle you have, the harder it is to burn energy, which leads to weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and chronic inflammation. Your body does not just get weaker, it becomes unbalanced from the inside, and that makes it much harder to bounce back from illness. That is why keeping your muscles strong is key to staying healthy, independent, and living longer. You do not need intense workouts, just simple daily movements. Try standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 to 15 times, using light resistance bands, or walking a few laps around the house. Even seated, you can do ankle rolls, gentle twists, or tighten your core to keep blood flowing and joints flexible. And remember to fuel your body with enough protein from eggs, fish, dairy, or beans, and get some vitamin D from sunlight or supplements if needed. Strength does not come from being young. It comes from staying consistent. Every small step you take now helps build a stronger, more independent future. Bad habit number 5, not learning anything new. Many people believe that once they reach a certain age, especially after retirement, there is no need to keep learning. I have seen enough in life. I'm too old to bother. My mind is too slow now. Even if I try, I will not remember anything. These thoughts might sound reasonable, but in truth, they are like an invisible glass cage that locks your mind in place, making you feel more outdated, more disconnected, and slowly draining the spark from your inner life. The truth is, the human brain, no matter how old, is still capable of forming new neural connections as long as it continues to be challenged and exercised. When you stop learning and stop exposing your brain to new things, it starts to fall asleep. That is the doorway to cognitive decline. Have you noticed yourself forgetting things more often or struggling to stay focused? That may not be because of your age, but because your brain is no longer being stimulated. Just like muscles need to be trained to avoid wasting away, Your mind needs flexibility through learning, creativity, and fresh thinking. When life becomes a repetitive loop, doing the same things the same way, the brain stops working at its full potential. This does not only affect memory and focus, but also takes away your sense of progress, the very thing that keeps your spirit alive and your days feeling meaningful. People who stop learning often lose direction, lose interest in life, and slip into a state of mental fatigue and boredom. So start learning something new, not to become an expert, but to keep your brain alive. Learn how to use a smartphone, how to make a video call to your grandkids, how to cook a new dish, try a few words in a foreign language, or simply learn how to write a journal every night. Play brain games like Sudoku, puzzles, crosswords, or read books from genres you never considered before. These are all great exercises for your mind. If you enjoy learning with others, look for classes at your local senior centre, community centre, or sign up for free online lessons. It does not matter where you begin. What matters is that you begin. Every new thing you learn is a spark that reawakens your brain, keeps your mind young, and helps you live a life that is never boring. Remember this: not learning something new does not just make you stop. It can slowly push you backward every single day. There is one powerful factor that deeply affects your health and longevity, but often gets overlooked. It is not nutrition. It is not exercise. It is your mindset. Your mindset, this invisible but mighty force, can either lift you up to live longer and happier, or slowly drain you, leaving you tired, discouraged, and vulnerable. Positive thinking is not just about looking at everything through rose-colored glasses. It is a system that shapes your entire way of life, from how you wake up in the morning, how you respond to challenges, to why you choose to care for your health every day. When someone believes that life still has something worth living for, something to look forward to, something worth experiencing, they naturally find the motivation to eat well, to move their body, to connect with others, to keep learning. These positive actions create a lasting cycle of wellness. On the other hand, when you start thinking, "I am too old, what is the point?" your body begins to slow down, both physically and mentally. Many people overlook the power of mindset, but studies show that having a clear purpose, practicing gratitude, and staying hopeful can help you live longer, recover faster, and keep your memory sharp. Think of your mindset as a compass. It not only guides your direction, it determines whether you keep going, and the good news is you can train it. No matter your age or background, it all starts with your choice today. Begin with small steps. Instead of asking, "What can I still do?" ask, "How do I want to live from now on?" Write down one thing you are grateful for, one thing you want to learn, or something that brings you joy. These simple habits can recharge your spirit. And above all, remember, you deserve a healthy, meaningful life at any age. Positive thinking is your first step toward that new chapter. Do not let old age be a time of simply enduring. Make it a time of fully living, with purpose, with meaning, and with independence. Every small choice you make, how long you sit, whether you drink enough water, whether you talk to someone today, whether you learn something new, all of it is shaping your future health. And if you have stayed with me this far, I know for sure that you are ready to do something positive for yourself. Now it is your turn. Leave a comment below with your own personal commitment. Something like, "I am changing every day to live a healthy life." Do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it to help spread this positive message to even more people. We are building a community of active, empowered older adults, and you are an important part of it. I will see you in the next video, where every moment brings real value to your journey through aging.